How's it going, friends? Luiginator here for another Luiginator podcast. Today is the first time that we have more than just two guests. It's also the first time that Sam is not here. So Sam, when you're listening to this, when you see it go up tomorrow as a surprise, sorry, you'll be back next week. And today our three guests, the first one is my brother Nevin, so I'm going to go ahead and introduce him. Nevin, go. Say hello.
That's not introducing me.
Say
That's a
hello.
whole different thing. Hello. I would like to... am I the new Sam now? Because we talked briefly about me taking over the podcast instead of him the last time I was here. Now he's not here, and I still am.
And I also have two other guests. Introduce yourselves. Go.
Hey, I'm Jack. I'm a hostess at a restaurant. That's why I'm here tonight.
and other guests, go.
Hi, I'm Juan, and I am
Luiginator.
Friend.
Yay.
Friends of
Luiginator.
Yeah.
Friends of
Luiginator.
And today we're doing something a little different, partially because I just moved and I don't have my full setup set up yet, which is why this sounds a lot more echoey. And also partially because I just wanted to try something new. We're gonna do, instead of rotating the wheel of subjects this time, I put out an anonymous request on social media for submissions for things to discuss and or debate and or answer on the podcast tonight. I put it up on Snapchat, Instagram, whatever, so if you want to submit this in future podcasts, you can follow me on Snapchat or Instagram or whatever. But for now, we're just going to go ahead and get started, and I forgot that this was the first question.
Oh, no.
The first question is, do aliens prefer anal? Wait, do they even have assholes? What are your expectations for alien anatomy? So I think that we'll just package that as two questions. So you have to jointly answer, do aliens prefer anal?
The look on Jack's face when you announced that question.
Well, I'm just going to say, every person that's ever been abducted has always said they've been probed.
Yeah, that's fair. But that was through
that
their...
cannot be a coincidence.
That was through their asshole. So that answers one question, is that they probably do prefer anal. I would say that makes sense.
Yeah,
but,
that does display a clear preference.
But do they have an asshole? What is their anatomy?
Well, I'm sure they didn't just pick a hole at random. They probably were inspired by something they were already familiar with, which gives credence to the fact that they definitely, yeah.
That's fair. Juan, what say you?
Oof.
This is a great
This
start
is a
for
good
the
question,
podcast.
actually.
It's not a great question. Don't
It's a decent
encourage.
question.
It's a great discussion, but it's a foul question.
Alien anatomy is
It's a fair
unbeknownst to
question.
us. So
What victim has been like, I've been probed by the mouth? Like no one has
fair
no
point.
one has ever been like they probed it's like no one, absolutely no one.
ass.
I got a rod up my
whole
asshole
satellite.
is what every alien victim says.
That's true. Like
Oh
I think
my
that's
Is alien victim the right term?
I think so, yeah.
I think it. I mean, I'm sure more than none of them were. You know.
The second I get abducted, I'll tell everyone I was a survivor.
Yeah, for real.
Juan, we never ordered pizza. We were gonna do that.
There's still time.
I don't know why alien assholes made me think about that.
We'll get the pizza down the podcast.
We can't. Last time, there was a time on the podcast, the first podcast we ever did, which, by the way, go watch that. I'll put a card up right now. The first time we ever did a podcast, it was in my apartment, and it was also all on one mic. And it was me, Dylan, and Sam, and there was a point in the middle where Dylan was talking about why the Pillsbury Doughboy should be in Super Smash Bros. And I said, Dylan, your response is making me have to pee, and I stood up and went to the bathroom, which was like literally like the distance from that window to that door. And since you guys can't see a window or a door, it's like the distance from an imaginary window to an imaginary door. And I
10
walked
feet.
up and they said, oh, so we should pause our recording? And I said, no, we're on a timer. Keep going. I'll leave the door open. And I left the door open as I took a fat piss. And I said, just keep talking, Dylan. And there's a great part in the podcast, you can hear it, where Dylan goes, okay, well, so the Pillsbury Doughboy would and he like trails off, and Sam just starts silently cackling because you can hear me pissing in the mic.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
So everybody go watch that.
And you're worried our mic won't hear us right now.
Yes.
So.
Alright, so I think we're all in agreement that aliens both do prefer anal and do absolutely have an asshole.
They are
I'm sure
they are
everything.
pictures.
Everything must have something that can.
Well, it could be like there are
sorry.
bugs in the animal kingdom that have like poop and like food goes in and out of the same orifice. So like,
Is that vomiting?
I don't know. That's the real question.
God,
but this
that's
isn't
a great question.
This isn't about discussing bug anatomy. It's discussing alien anatomy. So we'll move on to the next question.
Okay, so no clarity on the
Which-
first topic, just saying.
No, that's. I mean, like, what? It's
There's no
the.
clarity in
they-
anything in life.
Until
They
we
like to
meet an
probe.
alien. Until we meet an alien, how are we supposed to know?
Can I just say,
Yeah.
I've read somewhere that if like aliens contact Earth, they will wipe out humanity. But
You've read that somewhere?
that's the thing.
aliens
Like,
said
if
it.
aliens have visited Earth and like know what we are, like they'll just try to wipe us out.
How much
There-
Alex
no.
Jones do you watch?
I don't know.
Turn
Am I
the fucking
stupid?
frogs.
I don't know.
Turn the fucking assholes gay.
But now there's all this stuff that's like aliens have completely visited us, and I'm like, I don't believe that because it's like
What reading do you do?
Twitter.
Okay, let's move on to the next question.
All right, yeah.
The next
All right,
question, and I got like two unrelated question responses responded to me with this one. It was, what if you discussed boxers versus briefs versus boxer briefs? It's pretty good. It's a pretty good one. I didn't know what boxer briefs were until someone asked this question. Came to find out I own 3 pairs. So I've just been living a sham of a life. I own pairs of all 3, so I think that I'm like the avatar in this situation, so I'll leave this one up to my guests.
Juan has to take the lead, I have to say.
Come on,
Okay,
dude.
so
Tell me everything.
I've worked in a field with a bunch of old men. So
Where's this
old
going?
men,
Old men.
like in their 40s, and they would always say, "Juan, when you get older, you will understand why wearing boxer briefs has to be a must." Because that's just how male anatomy works when you get older. Apparently.
Figured you
That's
say,
it.
Sage
They
life
say
advice.
male anatomy.
There was no other
What?
conversation involved. They just looked at you one day and they were like, "Juan, you need to do it for the sake of your balls."
Basically, like,
I do most things in life for the sake of my balls.
you will never understand until you have an older man just telling you, just giving you life advice.
I thought you were about
It's
to
like,
I'll do.
I thought you were about to
all
look
the
me
best
dead in my
advice I've
face
ever
and
gotten
be
in
like,
life comes from old men telling me about my balls, for sure.
"Aw,
I would attest to that as well.
Yeah.
So.
this is
Can I get a roll time?
I do not believe in
Can I get-
boxers at all. I
You
think
do what?
if you wear boxers, you get swamp ass. I swear.
I feel like that.
You get
that
swamp
has
ass no
way
matter
more
what.
to do with
No.
hygienics than.
You get swamp ass if you're sweaty. I'm just gonna be real.
That's fair. And
here's a
as
Shrek
was
joke.
proven today, you get very sweaty.
Yo, I was sweaty as fuck today. I'll tell everyone that.
You said
But-
that so many times over the 4 hours you were at work. Only 4 hours. You said so many times how sweaty you were.
Yeah, but I don't. Boxers, just I never vibed with. I'm not tighty whities, but just like
oh, fucking
a,
tell you right
I
a
don't
little
vibe
thing
with
that just like
boxers.
holds it all together. I don't like. I couldn't tell you what the difference between briefs and boxer briefs are. Boxer briefs go on your legs.
It's like.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
then
Yes.
I boxer briefs, but like they hold everything together,
Yeah.
and that's what.
that's what I'm like. that's
Every
what makes
man
it different.
should do
It
that.
holds
Thank you.
the stuff together.
Thank
It's
you,
a-
Juan.
It's a
I
fashion
also-
statement. You can just go wear thongs everywhere, no matter what.
I also
your
like how
outfit
like they
is.
didn't even give you like the free balling option.
Commanda.
That,
Come on.
Yeah, you didn't give us the commando
Yeah.
option. Whoever submitted this question.
that should be involved in this conversation. That's
Should
a whole
absolutely
angle.
be.
we're not
Commando-
talking
I
about.
much prefer
Commando's
going
like
commando.
10 p.m. to like 11 a.m. Now that I'm on quarantine, like I just can do that.
That's fair.
But when
So
I-
like when you're asleep, from 10 p.m. to 11.
well,
a.m.?
and when I decide to take a shower and like get ready for my day.
I think most people go commando in the shower.
I'm washing me and my
I'd hope people
clothes.
do Commando, but
I
it's just-
just uncomfortably wear my boxer briefs in the shower.
No, dude, I'm a fucking freak. I keep my fucking socks on in the shower.
Ew.
That's the
Do
best
you?
way to do
Hey,
it.
To get
who
your
wears
socks
socks
clean.
to bed?
I do some.
See,
you know,
it's cold.
They-
Serial
used
killer
to.
trait.
No,
right
no,
there.
they say okay. So
No, it
the
is.
reason, the reason I kept doing that is because, and I like I don't pay attention to my dreams enough, or haven't been. Like I have a dream journal for the past like month, and that's it. They say that if you wear socks when you go to bed, it causes you to have more dreams. I've never seen any like studies to support that, but I've seen countless different sources say that.
Well, he just said that he's read about aliens coming to Earth.
From Twitter only. So,
We're gonna
Making the
cite
frogs
some
gay.
sources.
Look at the fucking frogs gay.
so I just do trending news.
So
Next
what is?
question.
So final.
That was in trending news.
Yeah.
Let's see. So final word from everyone before we move on to the next one. So like I said, I'm like an avatar on this one. I got all 3. So what is you guys' final statements?
Deal or no deal?
Yeah.
Boxer briefs.
Boxer briefs, because
As an
again,
enlightened centrist.
again, once you get older, once you get older, you need that support.
That's
That's true. Some of us need that support.
I need sport now. For my heart. I need boxer briefs.
Got low hanging balls just hanging out the bottom of my shorts.
Oh yeah, dude. The old man testicles.
Oh god.
As opposed to those woman testicles?
No, those
You know you got a problem when your balls hang out of
I
your
thought you
better.
just said man testicles. Never mind.
There,
Okay.
it's 2020. There.
The next question First of all, the next thing that I got was literally explaining to me what boxer briefs are. So whoever submitted to me the explanation of boxer briefs, thank you. I don't know why you didn't just swipe up to my original and just tell me through Snapchat. I don't know why you did this anonymously, but thank you. But the next thing that we got to discuss is why you so cute, and they wouldn't tell me who you is.
Oh, well, assuming it's aimed at you as your older brother,
Oh.
I'm gonna go ahead and give that a falsehood. There's no way that that can have a positive answer. Fuck you.
Jesus.
Alright, thanks for coming to the podcast, guys. Remember to hit that bell or whatever.
I love brothers that support each other. I'm just gonna put it out there. It's
LUIGINATOR.
really nice to people. I'll say that.
Thank you.
From tonight, I've realized Nevin's an asshole.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
But that's how me and Nevin hit
I
it
did
off.
just say the words I just said, so I can't really
I know.
refute that.
I know.
9 out of 10 I'd smash.
Nice.
Why
Thank
not
you,
10?
Juan.
What's that 1 point missing for?
Deadpool.
What does
What?
That, what does
What?
that mean?
I've watched it. I had both of them right there.
Who played Deadpool? I can't remember his name.
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds.
How do you not know who played
Oh,
Deadpool?
is it just that you
I'm
rate
very bad
Ryan
with
Reynolds as
names.
such a strong 10 that no one else can be?
Yeah.
That okay,
Gotcha.
never mind. That's fair. Ryan Reynolds, if you're watching this podcast, I would love to hear your thoughts on this. All right, someone who has a Twitter has to.
I'm a
at
Twitter
him on
person.
Twitter. All
Clearly,
right, it's on you. You have to.
'Cause I do the alien stuff.
You have to
so.
tag him on Twitter and be like, "Hello, this came up in a podcast." Okay, so the next question is just lyrics from the hamster dance. It's literally, here we go, dee ba dee ba dee da do do, dee ba dee da do, dee da dee da dee da dee da do do ba dee da dee do.
Wasn't that a show that used to come on Adult Swim?
I think he's saying
No,
that
it was the
correctly.
fucking.
That's actually-
Be da be da do do.
Do you know that that's actually?
I don't know.
This is pretty widespread at this point in time. Do you know that that's actually just a song from Robin Hood, from Disney's Robin Hood?
Yes, it
It's
is.
the opening
I
song.
do
It's
remember
Whistle
knowing
Stop,
this.
just sped up really fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. I was
Damn.
thinking I'm a gummy bear. I'm a gummy bear. No.
That's also a Disney. That's the Bare Necessities. They just sped it up really fast.
Bare Necessities.
It's the Gummy Bear song.
did y'all remember the bear in the Big Blue House?
Yeah! Oh my god, I fucking Bear in the Big Blue.
Yeah, you-
That was my exposure to Jim Henson too.
Y'all are
That was
all
my
welcome.
early
I'll just
exposure to
say
Jim
that.
Henson.
That was a
Why
flashback,
did
dude.
did you
Holy fuck.
provide that for us?
Yes, I just made y'all remember and y'all said
I thought you meant you were like, well, I was a small child and they said, I would love to see a bear living
I
in a big
remember-
blue
yeah.
house. And Jim Henson
I
said,
remember a
"Fuck
time
yeah."
in like kindergarten where people would have nap time and you could play, like one person could play on the computer during nap time, and I remember playing like a computer game based off of Bear in the Big Blue House.
That's beautiful. I
Not
remember-
inside the box though.
What is that?
One
In-
time- you
inside-
remember Out of the Box?
Out of the box.
You
On
used to watch
HBO?
that one. No, it's on Disney.
They fucking
Playhouse Disney.
They crawl into a cardboard box and it's a mansion inside.
Out of
What
the,
the
box.
Fuck.
Out of the box. It was like, do you remember Zoom? Wait.
idea
Okay,
what
do you remember
I'm talking
Zoom?
about.
Zoom was one on PBS. Remember
God, I
Zoom?
love Zoom.
No.
You were the. How do you not remember that?
Zoom was
You
my
fucking
shit.
loved these shows. You made fun of me because I wouldn't watch these shows because they weren't cartoons, which is like a fair reason to make fun of someone. But
I would agree that an older brother would bully a younger brother because
that's fair. Well, anyway, Juan, my nap time computer story is that one time I was playing
you
Putt
watch
Putt.
hentai?
I was playing Putt Putt Goes to the Zoo in kindergarten, and I can't say, I don't know if I'm
Brandt?
allowed. Miss Brandt. I
bleep
said your
it
name
out.
on the podcast.
Bleep
hello.
it out.
Just bleep it out. But yeah, no, I was playing Putt Putt Goes to the Zoo. I was super fucking into it, and I registered that I had to go to the bathroom, but I also registered and realized that I was almost at the end of the game because I had just seen my friend play it the day before, and he got to the end of the game. I was like, I want to get to the end of the game. I want to see Putt Putt go to this fucking zoo, and I pissed myself because I was so desperate not to leave the computer. Juan, you have to laugh out loud. You can't laugh silently.
I did that while drunk once.
You were playing Putt Putt Goes to the Zoo while plastered as a grown adult and
Putt-
pissed yourself.
Sam's scared of Pajama Sam.
Pajama Sam, scared of the dark.
Scared of the dark.
What the fuck does any of this mean?
These are, it was like Spy Fox was another one.
What's Finding Nemo
What? I feel
version?
like
Freddy
it doesn't
Fish.
make-
Freddy
Yeah,
Fish.
yeah. For Finding Nemo version.
Freddy Fish.
What the fuck was the I can't remember the company that made those. I'll flash it on screen if I remember to fucking go through this before I publish it.
GTS, dude.
GTA.
It's not probably Hasbro or some shit.
It was
Google that
might
shit.
be. Just Google it. Okay, but that's not. We are not allowed. You Google it.
Thank you, Hamster Dance question.
God,
Yeah, thank you for
I didn't
responding. I know
understand
exactly
a
who fucking
thing
submitted this. You
about
son
that.
of a
You don't know
bitch.
Freddy Fish?
I didn't know anything.
Did you never play
It's Freddy
DC Bomb?
Fazbear's Fish. He named it after
I don't know what you
himself.
just said.
Pajama Sam, Scared of Thunder and Lightning, best game.
I feel like you're just making up.
No, these are real. This is-
I
this is
literally
real.
am making this all up.
That was a.
I'm just that creative.
It's a fever
Video
dream.
games, that just
That's true,
reminds
I
me
was
of the
giving you too
fucking-
much credit.
If you didn't have the internet, you just played pinball.
Yeah, the sci-fi
Space
pinball or whatever.
3000 or
Yeah.
whatever the fuck it was.
All right. Yeah,
I actually remember that one.
that was a good one.
First
Oh,
thing
that's
I
what you remember,
understood.
not Freddy Fish.
Sorry,
Maybe
dude.
Freddy
Do I have a
Fish
Freddy
played some
Fish
pinball.
apology for not-
Freddy Fish. Let me show you a picture of Freddy Fish. I think you'll
Pull up a
remember.
picture.
Oh,
Oh my god. Nevin, would you like, while he's looking this up, would you like to tell everybody what you're using as a coaster this evening?
Yes. Tonight, my coaster is a.
It's a DVD.
It's not Blu-ray.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's just a DVD copy of The Chronicles of Narnia, Prince Caspian, which we all remember fondly as the Narnia movie that no one watched.
It wasn't already.
Okay.
There was another one, wasn't there?
Yeah, but the other one I remember.
There's
I don't
Voyage
remember
of the
name, but I
Dawn
didn't
Treader.
hate it. Oh no, that was the one.
Yeah.
Wait, why am I using this as a coaster? I've been thinking about
I
it
don't
all the
own
time.
Voyage of the
Hold
Dawn
on,
Treader.
what the fuck is this fish?
That's
stuff?
Freddy Fish.
Yeah, that doesn't explain it.
He's a little yellowfish. He looks almost lawsuit levels of similar to Flounder from The Little Mermaid.
I don't
Oh,
understand.
God,
what
that's
this
a
is from
throwback.
or why
Pajama
you
Sam,
expect
Yeah.
me to
Putt
know it.
Putt, Spy Fox. Well,
Oh wait, I do remember Putt Putt now that I see it.
Yeah.
okay. Oh
See,
shit.
that,
Okay,
that
so
looks
Putt
like
Putt,
it's fun
that's-
enough to piss yourself playing.
Okay.
And then it goes, and then it goes into Roller Coaster Tycoon. Don't get me started.
Oh,
Three,
Zoo
shut
Tycoon.
the fuck up.
The Zoo
That's
Tycoon.
everything up.
and The Sims.
The Sims.
I was a Sims kid that made them make whoopee in bed.
You know the first time I ever played The Sims was
Really?
about 6 months ago.
Okay.
I played Sims 3, I think it was. I played it for the fucking Nintendo Wii. So whichever one's on the
Really?
Wii. It ran surprisingly well.
All I'm gonna say is the
Nintendo Wii.
hamster dance started this
The
conversation.
hamster dance
Yeah,
did.
this is
Yeah,
gone
good job.
into weird
Look at what you
places.
did. I'm
Thank
proud.
you. Thank you. I know who submitted that one. Thank you, Joe. You son of a bitch.
Joe, you man.
Alright, so the next question is, how about that airline food? I've ridden on a plane twice, so, and
I
they
have as
didn't
well.
feed us, they just gave us water.
We rode on the same. Were we on the same?
We were
plane?
literally across from each other because Willie and I both had never flown, and we were both like, I hope I just don't get a window seat. And we both got a window seat, and we were both like, okay, this is gonna be fine. And I vividly remember the second that the plane started taking off, it did like the plane startup where you can like feel it slowly start to move, and we both immediately looked out the window and then immediately 180'd our heads and stared at each other down in this look of pure fear. Then we both passed out in the Rose Bowl parade. It was really nice.
So what food?
That was
did
a
you,
bonding
So
trip
what
for me,
food
really.
did you like on the airplane?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I don't remember the food they gave. They
I
gave us
remember
like
You
juice.
fell asleep immediately.
That was a California trip, right?
Yeah, it was a California
Yeah, it
trip.
was.
I remember
That was the Rose Bowl.
sitting next to me was Hayes Snod.
Hey,
Snodgrass.
Snodgrass.
Yeah.
I love you, Hayes.
And, you know, it was my first time on a plane, ever.
It was
So,
mine too. Yeah.
I'm
think
just
it was-
like freaking out. And
It
Hayes
must
was
have been yours.
Hayes was just like, hey, you'll be fine. I'm just like,
He would have been a good person to sit next to. He would have
And
been a
he
good
just
person.
like, you'll be
I sat
fine.
next to Marquila and Megan, and they were like
That's weird because I sat next to Willie.
yeah, they were simultaneously like,
Those are
they
people
were
that are
best
very
friends at the time, and so
Okay.
they were like simultaneously like
We're
being
still
like,
best
hey, you'll be
friends.
fine, but also we're gonna fuck with you about this. So, what about
Oh
have
no,
you
I
ever
was freaking
flown?
the fuck out. I went to sleep because
Oh,
I was
yeah.
freaking out.
Okay, so you flow. So I think you're the only one who can really like fully answer
I'm a
this
flyer.
question.
The only time I ever flew like internationally, passed out, and I woke up and everyone had food around me.
Where'd you fly to international?
God, that would suck.
Amsterdam, and Berlin,
Well,
and I woke up and everyone had food around me. I said, "What the fuck?" And on international flights, they don't wake you up to serve you food.
when you say food though, what?
Oh,
No.
like a course, like
Oh man,
like
your eyes got so
it's,
wide.
it's a
when I asked
plate
that.
full of like a salad, like chicken seared, maybe tuna. I don't fucking know. Nice shit, and then my ass comes off of the 10 melatonin pills that I take when I'm 18 years old, thinking I'm being wild. And I wake up and they give me no food, and I freak the fuck out.
That sucks.
Isn't that sad?
How long was the flight that you didn't eat on?
12 hours.
Oh, that
Ooh.
sucks.
8:16.
I would have
Oh,
fought
yeah.
somebody at
Yeah.
that point.
Oh, I passed out the whole time.
Call
That's,
that a-
that's when I could sleep though. But I fucking love pretzels. And
Oh, they do.
What?
Yeah, they
End of
do.
the day, if they're ever like sweet or salty, I'm like, just give me the pretzels, dude. And
Sweet?
and a ginger ale.
Yeah.
Have you ever been trying to get drunk
Ginger
on a
ale,
plane?
that's what I had on the plane. I knew I drank
I know.
something.
Well, you can get really fucked up on a plane, apparently, but I've never been able to do it. It's a goal in my life.
You've tried and
because
didn't
like,
achieve it?
is it because of like how
Is it an altitude
because
thing?
it's an altitude thing.
Interesting.
That's
So,
cool.
It's really cool. So
That's super
so
interesting.
I'm trying.
Just out of curiosity, do you know enough about it to explain it, or is that a lost cause?
It's the altitude. It's like
That's not a full answer. We've already determined.
when you
that.
drink in like Colorado, you get like more drunk. I think
Yeah, because they're at a higher altitude.
higher altitude. It's a thing.
Okay, never mind.
People. That's why it's like. Why do you think people have sex on airplanes? Because they have one shot on an airplane. They're like,
One shot.
and they're like,
Two
one
pumps.
opportunity.
Two pumps.
Oh,
whoa.
don't get me
We had a
Yeah,
Yeah, explain to you can't just say.
So we had two friends. One of the friends was our friend Michael, and I'll mention his name because he said the funny part.
I wasn't there on this trip.
But no, you were there on the trip. You just weren't in the room because we stayed together in a different room. So it's on a marching band trip. We were freshmen, and one of our friends who was like kind of a cocky asshole
Was this New
like.
York?
Yes, it was the New York trip.
Yeah.
Our friend who was kind of a cocky asshole. We were in the hotel, and it was like the first or second night, and the walls were super thin, and it was those hotel rooms where for some reason there's a door leading into the adjacent room. So it's like you walk into your room through the hallway door, but then at the back of the room, there's another door that goes to the next room. I don't know why that's there. It doesn't make a lot of sense. But they did it, and so our friend who's like the cocky douchebag sits down and is like, oh, I hope they don't think we're doing anything in here. And he bangs on the wall twice, and our friend Michael was like super fucking tired from the trip. Like we'd been on our feet for a lot. It was literally, we went from being on a bus cramped all day to on our feet all day just in New York. And so Michael is super fucking pissed and immediately turns and snaps at him and he goes, yeah, and they know you're in here, so it probably would only take 2 pumps. And then called him 2 pumps for the rest of the high school
It
career.
actually had his name.
For not
saved.
the
I
rest
see
of
it in
the
your
trip.
phone?
Yeah.
The rest of high school, he was known
That's
as.
two
Yeah,
pumps.
It's 2 pumps. Only by like Michael and like apparently Juan's phone.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, no.
What an unfortunate name.
What
Right?
a nickname.
Wow.
Right?
You know who I bordered with on the New York trip?
Boarded.
Fucking bordered, like in the room.
damned.
Fucking Holbrooks and whoever stayed with him at the time. I
Nice.
remember it was other teachers.
This is on a podcast, just saying.
I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck.
Okay.
Yeah, doesn't Cooper like listen to your shit?
Hi, Mr. Cooper.
Sorry, Mr. Cooper.
Yeah, it was a good time. I had a deeper
We're
story to
adults
follow
now.
that up with, but Jack makes a good point. I'm not going to follow that up.
That's fair. That's
Yep.
fine. I remember.
Hey, Cooper.
I do remember. I flew one other time because when you mentioned pretzels, I was like, wait, I have eaten on a plane, but I definitely didn't eat on the California trip, and it's because my sophomore year I was dating this girl at the time, and I'm a huge Disney fan. Anybody who's listening and who's like followed the channel for a while knows that I'm a huge Disney fan, and so my gut response whenever people say, "Oh, what do you want to do?" is always like, "Ha,
Is that a
let's
Mickey
go."
Mouse voice?
No, it wasn't meant
Oh.
to be. But my gut response is
If he
always
did a
like.
Mickey Mouse voice, you would know.
Okay.
My gut response is always, let's go to Disney World. It's just like the first thing that comes out. It's either let's go to Disney World or let's go to Disneyland. And so my girlfriend was like, what do you want to do for spring break? And I was like, she knows that I'm super fucking poor. And I was like, let's go to Disney World. And she was like, oh, well, I live in California. We could do Disneyland. And I was like, haha, let's go to Disneyland. And then I didn't think anything else of it. And then I was somewhere that wasn't class. I was going to say work, so I might just come back to visit here. But moral of the story is that I get this text, and she's like, hey, so I went ahead and bought the plane tickets. Do you want to pay me back for that, or do you just want to pay for Disneyland? And I said, haha, what? So that's how I wound up spending like over $500 because the person I was dating impromptu believed my bullshit and was like, let's go to Disneyland. And I was like, it was a great fucking trip, but financially I was not like equipped for it.
You were
I
not ready.
remember when you took that trip. I had no idea that's what led into it.
Yeah, I was literally like, and there was like a good 2-month period where I was like, I can't say let's go to Disneyland or let's go to Disney World around people anymore. And now I'm just back on my bullshit. Like, I got off that real fast. I don't care. Because, like, I was very quickly, I realized that most people, understand that that's a joke and you can't just up and go to Disney. If you can just up and go to Disney, take me with you. I really appreciate that. All right, so next question. The next question is... Oh, my God. Nope. The next question was just someone once again explaining to me what boxer briefs were. Thank you for that. Thank you for the second explanation for what Boxer Briefs was. Again, you didn't have to do it anonymously. You could have just come up and whole chest said it in Snapchat.
Support your boys.
The next statement didn't have a question mark. It was just a discussion topic, and the topic is cheese.
Gouda.
That's
Why?
fair.
Fucking love
You ever had Gouda mac and cheese?
Yes.
Oh my god, it changes
Where have y'all
your
had
life.
Gouda mac and cheese?
A lot of big restaurants will do it.
Also,
Yeah.
it definitely comes as a frozen food option if you do.
Gouda,
I don't think they do.
Swiss,
No, they do Gouda as a frozen food. now.
Havarti.
Cracker Barrel has really good Gouda.
Here's
fucking
a
Cracker
funny
Barrel doesn't
story
have good
about
anything, but
cheese.
Juan,
for me.
tell me
Juan,
everything.
you're just cheese stupid. You're not cheese intolerant. You're cheese dumb.
Should I stop?
Oliver, stop. Oliver,
So
Hey, while other
Let's
noises
talk about
happening, I'll be right back.
yeah, if people
Can you grab me
know
another?
me,
That's what I'm doing.
Thank you.
people should know that I'm lactose intolerant.
yeah, Juan,
I am too.
Juan, you should remember that you're lactose
But-
intolerant.
One, I also agree
I
with that,
have a love for pizza.
God.
So over the years, I've just kept gorging myself on pizza. And now I am just, I've basically beat my lactose intolerance into immunity
with pizza.
with just pizza.
All right,
I
and
still get gas.
And yeah, I was gonna
I'm
say
just-
now, as the person who gets gassed out by him every time he eats cheese, let me just assure everyone, he has not at all beaten lactose intolerance into submission. He is lactose intolerance's bitch, like bottom bitch, because he will literally just be like, "Yep, I have this. It's gonna suck. I'm doing it anyway."
Can
Which
you eat
is-
ice cream?
Oh fuck yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh
One.
fuck.
Dangerous man to be around. I'm gonna
Oh
say it.
definitely. I feel sorry for my girlfriend half the time.
Alright, I don't know. Nevin left the room. I like mozzarella cheese because I just
Fucking love
mozzarella
mozzarella
provolone,
sticks, provolone.
Parmesan sometimes.
I don't do.
I can't do shredded Parmesan.
I'll
Normal
That-
Parmesan.
well, at the restaurants when it's like tell me when, I'm like I don't care. Like
There-
I really, I
there
genuinely
is a
don't.
place-
Did you say you can't do shredded Parmesan?
I don't like shredded Parmesan.
Uh-uh.
There-
What's wrong with you?
There is
We've
a,
known this. You've known this since we were smaller children.
You really miss this conversation.
Then we've
there is
rehashed
a
an
place
issue
we
I
should
have
all
with you.
try at some point. It's called Melts.
Yes, I've always wanted to
No,
try Melt.
yeah.
I've always wanted to go to
I've
Melt.
never
The
been there, and I
restaurant?
really want to.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. Buffalo
Really?
chicken melt.
I've
sandwich.
always wanted to go.
Like my culinary
Why'd
arts teacher in high school.
It's
suggested-
ASMR.
I watched a lot of Gus and Eddie. Okay,
It's ASMR.
Yeah.
God.
Like I had the hugest crush on my culinary arts teacher.
they're gonna say it.
So
Wait, who is your
Cheese
culinary
related.
arts
I
teacher?
can't remember her name for the life of me right now.
At
Wait,
yeah. I'm gonna censor the name of the school. I don't want people to know where I live
Chef
and work.
Bleep it out.
Leon.
yeah,
Chef Leon.
that's right. Yeah,
I just no.
I'd have to see
Bless
a
her
picture.
soul. I
I
love
can't
her.
place her in my head, but I know that name's
Nevin,
right.
what's your favorite kind of cheese?
Oh, most of it.
Honestly, that's fair. I've heard this. This is not an original statement, but I can't remember who to properly attribute this quote to. Every white person likes cheese. That is an appropriate stereotype.
It's very true.
Yeah.
Every human
true.
alive should love cheese.
You never hear someone say that they dislike cheese. You
That's
will
not
even
true.
you will no. They're just lying.
That's you know what? Okay.
And there's all because you meet so many people
they
like
don't-
Juan. You meet so many people like Juan who are lactose intolerant, and they're like, but even then, they're you don't say I can't eat cheese. You're literally just like, yeah, I'm lactose intolerant. I'm just gonna fucking suffer for it. Because that's how good cheese is.
I do have a good few friends that do that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Everybody who says they don't like cheese is just like lactose intolerant and not brave enough to face
If
it.
you don't like cheddar, if you don't at least like cheddar, you're inhuman.
I would say
I like a cheddar is like the standard now.
cheddar could be my least. Assuming that we're not counting American bullshit processed
Oh, like
cheese.
Kraft singles.
Yeah.
Kraft singles hit different. Like that's
Assuming
one of those
we're
things that
not
hit different at like
counting
3 in
that.
the morning.
It's like,
Cheddar might be my least favorite cheese.
It's fair. I remember feeling like such a bad bitch when I like graduated from only liking American Kraft singles to liking a different kind of cheese. Like my first other one was
How old
Swiss
were you
cheese.
when you did this?
Like 6 or 7.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can't stand blue cheese.
Oh,
I go
you
back and
cheese
forth.
fucking
I go back and
bitches.
forth.
Y'all are dumb and you should feel dumb.
Your opinion is bad and you should feel bad. This
Sorry,
podcast
it's
is a
just-
podcast of
I
love,
don't-
Nevin. You can't do
I'll
that.
taste it.
Then you had on the wrong brother.
My only brother.
Yeah.
Well,
That you know.
Allegedly. Yeah, I was
That
going to
we
say
know of.
allegedly.
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 Hermano from an otro madre.
I heard he
Oh,
fucked
shit.
an
Me
ostrich.
too, dude.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
It was a sick ostrich. Alright, if you can make cheese out of one, this is me spinning this again because I like talking about cheese because I'm a white person.
That's a strange first half of the question.
If you can make cheese out of one animal that you've never had cheese, like we've all had like milk from a cow cheese and goat cheese is
People.
a thing. But no, knew you were gonna say that. That's already a thing.
What?
Breast
That's a
milk?
thing.
Look it up.
That's
Look it
already
up.
a thing?
That's already a thing. Look it up.
Breast milk cheese is a thing.
Yes, and it's
Shit.
weird. I've never had it. I've just seen like videos about
We
it.
have goals now.
Um,
We have goals now.
Stop it.
Man.
No, don't have those goals. But if you can make milk out of one kind of animal's cheese. No, if you can make cheese out of one kind of animal's milk, what animal would it be?
Karen, give me your breast milk.
Stop! Stop! Don't nod in agreement!
I don't have an answer besides people.
I want to try like yak's milk, like something that's very large and very like I want my gut was
People get
industrial, like an industrial strength animal, like a yak is an industrial
Buffalo.
strength cow.
Like a hippo.
buffalo
You know what?
cheese,
I can.
hippo
Buffalo's a good
cheese.
choice.
Oh my
It's the most
god!
fucking American thing you can think of. It's like buffalo.
I want to try like giraffe cheese. Ugh. Why? Ugh. What's wrong with
Just
giraffe?
gross.
Stop messing with that plastic bag. I haven't unpacked my recording studio and there's a cat in here. Anyway.
It's a different cat now too.
Yeah, it is. It's a different cat. We'll bet money we'll open the door in a minute and it'll get replaced by the original cat.
Kitty.
The original cat's in here somewhere.
No, he
No,
he slipped out.
swapped.
Yeah. All right. Next statement is also just another statement of discussion. Marriage is a scam by diamond and dress companies.
I don't believe
yeah,
in
dude.
marriage whatsoever. I think you can fall in love with whoever you want at whatever point you want.
That's
in your
fair.
life.
That's fair. No, and you said that you kind of agree with that sentiment.
Kind of
I thought
is
the
the
captain
key
would go
word
straight
in that.
now.
Yeah, it's definitely perpetuated.
Yeah.
Like it's blown up more than it needs to be because of those reasons.
Like imagine
Those
you just
industries.
spending someone, like you find someone and said, I want to be with you for the rest of my
Well,
life.
no. See, here's the thing. I don't
That's
think the
scary.
idea of marriage is propagated by these industries, but I think that the idea that it has to be like the best day in any woman's life, that whole thing is definitely coming directly from
Yeah,
big diamonds.
I think that, and
As
that's
it were.
that's just like that.
Diamonds
That's
direct?
also part of
Yeah.
like the inherent like patriarchal sexism bullshit. Is that it's never like this is the man's best day. It's always like this is the woman's best day of her whole life. It's like well, what if this is the best day of the man's whole life? And then
Yeah.
it's always like well that's really sad.
Or what
It's
if
like,
it's
what
just
the
an
fuck is
average
that?
day for everyone involved? Why does it have to be the best day in anyone's life?
Yeah, it could just be like a super because like if your wedding is your best day and you have children, that kind of says a lot about how you feel about your kids being born.
That's true.
Yeah. I think I agree with you, Nevin, for the most part, is that it's like I think that for some people, yeah, it probably is their like best day of their life, and that's fair. Like I respect that, but it shouldn't be like the gold standard. It has to be like $1 million affair at a fancy venue, and it's got to be like the best day of your life. Like Juan and I just went to our friend Michael's wedding. Like 4 months ago now, back in March, and it was like a small at-home ceremony with just like a bunch of friends, and it was so intimate and so cute and so nice. It was like, I don't know, I feel like in big ceremonies the love and emotion gets drowned out by the money a lot of the time, and I feel like that's where this sentiment comes in. That's where I agree. But like marriage as itself is like, yeah, if you feel passionately like that strongly about someone, you love them that much, fuck yeah, that's not a scam, that's real, baby.
It is.
Yeah. Juan, what about
I'm
you?
with you on that.
I have been in a relationship for a really long time, and I've always
This
been,
is a heavy question.
Yeah,
to ask
it really
someone
is.
that's
I've always
in a
been-
really
Yeah, I'm
long
really
time.
glad that this
I've
came
always
from
been
talking about
scared.
cheese and the hamster dance to this.
I've always been scared of like commitment,
Amen,
and marriage is just one of those things where I'm just like, maybe I'm not ready for that yet.
Yeah.
But being in a relationship is no different than being married, apart from
Tax
you know,
breaks.
yeah, tax breaks. So I could just
which is a good reason.
It's a healthy
so
incentive.
what's wrong with staying the way I am,
Yeah.
other than just for a tax break,
Yeah, no. We are not slaves to taxes. We shouldn't be. So.
I
mean, as long as you're happy,
Yeah.
do what you want.
That's what really matters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's what a lot of people forget nowadays. Just be happy.
Don't worry, be happy.
Don't
I mean,
worry.
it's super easy to get
Like his cat right
ground
now.
up.
Like, this is
Yeah,
like
this
happy
guy. I wish you
stuff.
guys could see this
watching
cat.
you give that very serious, deep answer to something like that with your arm around a cat at your shoulder was beautiful.
It's like a sage. It's like
It's my
that's your
aesthetic.
old man advice, Juan.
Yeah. I am an old man for my age.
And I think you should wear
I'm
boxer
with you on that
briefs.
one, dude.
And I think you should wear
You should fall in love, get married, and wear boxer briefs. Wear boxer briefs while you do it. This is a very sweet, wholesome question. I'm like, this is. Thank you, whoever submitted this
Get
one.
married, put on your khaki shorts and your New Balance shoes and go start cutting grass.
Bubba, I'm gonna put on my jorts and go cut the grass. I'm that dad. I'm putting my jorts, my Crocs.
The word
I'm just kidding,
shorts
I'm never
makes me
gonna-
so uncomfortable.
I know.
Jort.
Become Mr. Cooper.
Hi, Mr. Cooper.
Yeah, he does. He watches.
I'm gonna go to work. Hey, you're hearing me say it now, and I have to keep my word. I'm gonna go to work on Monday and be like, "Hey, we talked about you on the podcast. You have to go listen." So I hope you're listening.
Jack, this is a man that
Love you,
used to
Mr.
teach
Cooper, you're an
all three
inspiration.
of us in band and
LUIGINATOR.
now works with.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
You're an inspiration. I still look at my trumpet sometimes.
Still look at my trumpet sometimes. That's beautiful. All right. The next one is a video game related question, which is finally bringing back into the subject of the channel, which is rare. I didn't think that would happen. Best video game you've
Wait,
played
the company,
during.
or it's rare that happens.
During what?
Haha, rare the company. Best video game you played during lockdown.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think I know mine right off the bat. I played Cuphead for the first time over lockdown. and I,
What?
I
you
fell in
had
fucking
never
love.
played it?
No.
Oh, you know what? Because I remember you telling me you didn't like how they pulled off the art. This is like
No.
100%. I think it was over Facebook, and if it was, I can pull the messages up.
No.
I'm that confident. I'm that confident. Because when the other day you said you liked the art style, I was fucking shocked.
No.
I vividly remember me trying to be like, this is all hand drawn, and you were like, yeah, that's impressive, but I don't like how they did it.
No.
Absolutely happened.
Hard doubt.
Absolutely happened.
Hard doubt.
Well, as long as you keep it as a doubt instead of a hard no, then I respect it. But
That's
I
a
promise
hard
you it
doubt.
happened. Bet,
Hard doubt.
bet you money it happened.
Cuphead's a beautiful game. Everyone go play Cuphead.
It is a good game.
What did you play? What was your favorite video game, Devin?
I don't know. I'm the only new thing that I've played that was new to me. Well, wait, that's not true. I got a Switch during the lockdown, so everything.
Oh,
I
that was
played
during
on it-
lockdown,
Yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, Zelda's good. Fucking Pokemon was okay. Smash Bros was good. Animal Crossing's fun.
Pokemon was just okay.
Yeah, it was.
That's sad.
Okay, I was
That's a
really
shame.
no, but I was really impressed with it, considering how painful like the Eevee and Pikachu games were. And
Well, they were literally made for preschoolers.
I know,
Yeah.
but it was still disappointing that they did it at all. But
I was fine. I enjoyed them. I enjoyed going through Kanto again.
I understand business-wise why they did it, to try and draw in an audience and get people comfortable that were playing, Pokemon Go.
A big part of why I respect it is because they did it once and they have repeatedly said we have no plans to do another one. It served its purpose. And
Okay, I didn't know about that. That
Yeah,
does
no.
make me feel better about it.
There's a bunch of people who are like, hey, the next Pokemon remake should be a Let's Go Johto. And I'm like, hey,
No.
Sinnoh exists. Fuck off.
It shouldn't be a Let's Go anything.
Yeah,
That's-
no.
If that implies that it's going to be one of
I'm gonna
those
be
easy
so mad if they're
issues,
like, Pokemon Let's Go
fuck that.
Bidoof.
Fuck all that. But no, honestly, I think my answer would have to be playing through Kingdom Hearts 1.5 that I'm doing right now.
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
I've never played the HD remakes before. And this is the first time I played through the first one since I was like probably in elementary school, at most middle school. And it's fun.
Juan, did you have your phone on
My bad.
during the
Jesus
podcast?
Christ.
Juan, this is perfect. Now we gotta start all over. Alright.
That should... If the rest of this somehow turns to shit, just that should be the
That should be.
Alright, so
Never
what
mind,
about y'all?
that should be the podcast.
Video games during the lockdown?
Yeah. Mario Kart.
You've been playing with Paper Mario.
Oh, it's
Oh, dude, how is it?
Okay, everyone fucking hates it online. I thought it was the saddest storyline ever.
Yeah, no, my
Really?
friend Tyler texted. Hi, Tyler. Tyler texted me about it and was like, "Dude, I shed tears. It was so good."
It was really sad. I'll never say I never played any other Paper Marios, but like this was the first one I just like bought and played fully. It was hard as I'm like, was this game made for 6-year-olds? Because like I'm there struggling there's like puzzles left and right. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yep.
So it's definitely difficult. But
I heard a lot of people say that it was like a return to form for difficulty for Nintendo, because they've come
That's
under a lot of,
great to
rightly
hear.
so, they've come under a lot of criticism in the past few years for making their games easier and easier and easier and easier. And then the Switch has kind of been the thing that's been like, hey, sorry, we'll fix that.
But I also love Super Mario Odyssey.
God, I fucking
Really?
love Odyssey.
That game is
I
just
have
like
not played that yet.
I just
It's
got
so
to the
good.
Do
darker
you have it
side of the
physically?
moon. The
Oh,
dark,
fuck the darker side of the moon.
and it's so fun. And
God.
it took me maybe weeks to figure out how to do it, but it was just like so fun to figure out how to play like the hardest level of Mario.
It's so
It's
good.
so fun.
It's
But I only
so
have the
good.
light. So
Oh, I forgot you got
I know,
the
I'm
light.
poor. I was poor at the time, guys.
No, you weren't. I remember you talking to me about it. Like,
The light was the only thing available, and it's like I had to play Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
I had
okay,
to.
that's a fair.
That's
ish.
fair.
But now
I'm
now I buy every game. So
I'm kind of mad at Animal Crossing too, if I will be honest. Less
Explain.
mad at Pokemon, but because they released
Less mad at Pokemon.
No. Less mad than at Pokemon.
Oh.
Yeah, no. Pokemon, I'm like genuinely like, hey, y'all fucked up. Animal Crossing, it's like, y'all made a poor choice, but in the end, it's gonna be fine. Which is, they're going to release all the content that we love from the old games, like Brewster, and they have currently fixed Red, and they have added diving. But that's the thing.
Wait,
they
how was Red
released.
broken?
They didn't have him at
so,
first.
No, well, yes,
Well, I mean,
that,
I know that.
they
but
added the art
doesn't-
gallery as like a, and that's the caveat on all of this that I always go back to. It's like, yeah, I'm irritated that it's not here. I'm irritated that it has to be added, but like, it's all being added for free, so I can't be mad.
But everyone
But-
says it was
but-
like the introduction
the problem,
of everything.
The problem with Red is that traditionally Red has been a guaranteed Saturday weekly appearance. And you go, you can. He's always there. He's guaranteed to show up. You can only buy like the one painting or one whatever rule. That was always the thing. But since he showed up every week, it was fine. Now he was programmed to maybe show up once every week out of a pool of like 5 other potential random guests.
I thought that's how it's always been.
No, Red
he's
was always
been
a constant.
guaranteed.
I didn't know that at all.
Yep.
I didn't know. I mean, that's still basically the same thing.
No.
No, it's not. When
He
it's
never
a
shows
random,
up.
like there's
Well, I
like
mean, I
me,
know,
my
I've
village.
noticed that.
I haven't
I've
seen
seen him
Red
twice, yeah.
since he first showed up in the
Oh,
scripted
wow.
appearance, and I'm not the only one who
I
had
thought
that.
he had
They've-
higher priority in like the pool.
No, he does not. He has the same.
Oh.
They've since fixed it. Now he has like a guaranteed spawn.
Oh,
So,
really?
Apparently. I haven't looked into the deets of the
So
update,
it's
but that is a
lame.
thing. For like legitimately less than a month.
But everyone's bitter that's like they released an unreleased game.
Yeah, they released an unfinished game, and the thing is,
I don't agree with the word unfinished being used in this context.
I do, because it's like technically, like not technically, like, oh well, technically, literally, like technologically, on a technical basis, yes, the game was complete. It controlled fine. It looked like, not even fine. It controlled perfectly. It looked beautiful, like visually and like controls wise, it was fine. But when you have features you know people want that are already finished, that you don't put in the game specifically to increase the longevity of your game, that's releasing an unfinished product.
But Animal Crossing knows if we got diving, all those fucking features from the get-go, we'd stop playing.
Yeah.
Yes and no, because diving is seasonal.
I've already stopped playing.
Diving is seasonal. The paintings take time, and the only
Diving
reason
is seasonal?
there's seasonal things you can only grab during certain
Oh.
seasons. And the only reason that
I
the only reason that I have a bigger problem with this than I otherwise would is because the big advent of this game that's different from all the other games is you get to tell them where you put every single building. So you have people who, before the first update ever came out, had perfectly geo-sculpted their whole villages. Only to then be told, hey psych, you have to change your whole grand design because we've added new buildings. That's really shitty.
I don't think that's shitty. I think it's
super shitty.
No, because, like, I mean, I understand that this opinion is being presented in the context of things that you wanted to already be, or expected to already be in the game on release, but, like, you wouldn't be saying the same thing if it was, like, brand new buildings that hadn't been in previous games.
No, I super would, because they made such a big deal about you get to like move everything around and design your own stuff. They didn't tell everybody, hey, we're going to be adding new buildings ahead of time.
Oh, well, that's a ridiculous thing for you to have assumed they weren't. It's 2020 and DLCs exist. Of course they're going to add shit to the game. It's weird that I've never seen anyone be upset that new things are being added to a game.
Well,
But it wasn't-
it's not new things. It's old things
things.
they intentionally withheld. That's part of it. And
okay,
another
but like
part
I
of
said,
it
I
is,
understand it in
again,
that
you
context.
can't make it's really shitty to make a big deal and be like, here is everything that you can use to design, and then throw new elements at people to put in after they've put so much work into their designs.
Man, Animal Crossing is not like a fucking painting, dude.
And
Like
it-
it's
that depends on your
so
preference.
weird that this
That
is an
depends on
issue
your
you
preference.
have with it, man.
I think that's a fair issue.
It's so not. The whole point of the game is being able, like, it would be one thing if you couldn't move buildings around after you placed them.
Yeah.
But, like, that's an option. Like, everything is redesignable. The whole game is designed to be able to change your mind and do a whole new fucking design once you get tired of one.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't understand your angle of, like,
Well, so
because there is no final point that you reach.
technically with Animal Crossing, there is, because you don't get the ability to geosculpt until you, quote unquote,
Yeah.
beat the game.
I actually just got there
and
recently.
yeah, and so for a lot of people, that is beating the game.
Yeah,
you
I
can
understand
geosculpt, you can
It
create
is
your
the
perfect town, the
theoretical
game is
endgame.
done. So then that also opens up the other reason that I had an issue with this, is that you are kind of expecting people to restart the game to be able to appreciate this stuff. Because you have stuff like Red, and you have the new seasonal fish, like the diving fish.
Yeah.
That's fine, because people will obviously keep playing to fill up their museum. At least you should be
Catalog.
playing to fill up your museum. But like adding new
The correct way to
buildings,
play it.
adding new buildings with just like smaller features, like Brewster inevitably eventually, knock on wood, hopefully, or like the new like Dream State stuff. It's kind of like, why add that after someone's already beaten your game? It just seems like pointless. No one's going to be there to appreciate your feature.
Well, oh man.
And see, that's just a like confusion. That's not a criticism per se. That's really just like, I don't understand your motivation there, Nintendo.
I'm really just back to my statement of I've never seen anyone be upset that new things are getting added to a game.
Again, it's
'Cause,
not
like,
brand.
at the moment,
none of these are brand new features.
it's not new things, but presumably they're going to keep up this pattern and add new things once they run out of old shit to add.
Until they add a single genuinely new feature, because they added bushes. Bushes were new, and they added fireworks just now, and fireworks are new, and those are cool. I enjoy
stupid,
those.
though.
They're the only two new features.
Or they haven't even seen them yet.
They're the only two new features. Everything else, legitimately everything else, is stuff that was already available.
That's not necessarily true. You couldn't go to other islands in past game, could you?
Yeah, you could. New Leaf.
What did you do in that? 'Cause-
You just went. Dream States? You just went.
the shit that just added back, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
but that's a
Forget
different
I
thing.
have a
I'm talking about a
passcodes, though.
different thing.
Like
That is not the
visiting
same
someone
thing
else's
as, like-
island? That's been a thing.
No, I'm talking about the randomly generated islands that can get you shit.
Those are actually a takeaway of Tortimer's little, like, I don't remember what the technical name of it.
That's
Tortimer
fair.
had a tropical
I
island.
remember
That's
that, but
exactly
wasn't
what
that
he
the-
used to do.
But that was the same island every single time.
Yes and no, because the trees were always in a different place. The fruit wasn't always guaranteed to be the same.
Oh, I thought it was.
No.
I don't think you're right. I think you're right as far as when you No, I'm serious. Like, one of us should Google it, and you have your phone closest to your hand.
It's also gonna die, and I have to keep the topics list open.
Well, never mind.
Yeah.
You know what? I think we should just move on to the... This has turned into...
Juan, what was your
This has turned
favorite...
into a
Juan, what was the
four-person
game you played in
podcast with two
quarantine?
people.
I
We
started
might
play-
have to cut all of that.
No. That was a good conversation. I started playing No Man's Sky.
I did
Nice.
too. I did too. What do you think of it?
It's a good game. It's a harder version of Minecraft.
That's fair.
That is accurate. That is accurate.
It's like, if you want to get anywhere in that game, you have to grind
Yeah.
and
you
explore.
Yeah. I need to play it. I want to play it. Juan's talking.
bad. It's on
Juan's
Game Pass.
talking about starting a YouTube channel at some point, friends, and he wants to play No Man's Sky. So if that happens and we do it together, I will link it below. That's cool. I need to play that. I do need to play. Is that on Game Pass? Do you know? It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I'm playing.
Yes. Okay. Cool.
It's the
Okay.
only reason I'm playing it.
The next topic of discussion is fuck me uwu, and I reposted it and I said, okay, we'll discuss this if you tell me who you are so that we can talk about who we're fucking, because consent is key and I ain't fucking someone I don't know. And they never responded, so we can't discuss fuck me uwu. I'm sorry.
Who is it
everybody.
with?
Ryan Reynolds?
They didn't say.
They don't have
They didn't
credits
say,
for
so
that.
we can't discuss
I'm just
it.
gonna assume it's Ryan
No,
Reynolds.
you can't. No, can't make an assumption with this kind of stuff. Juan.
Ryan
Sure.
Reynolds, I'll smash.
We all would. That's fair. All right, but the next one, it says you should discuss the meaning of life and stuff because life is meaningless.
Well,
Oof. Okay, we're getting deep.
Yeah, Juan, take her off with this one.
This is like a thing I've been into recently. This is like, I strongly believe we are here just by chance. We are just like a snap in the galaxy. We're just
A Thanos snap.
We are by chance.
we're just we are just a lucky bunch of people to have just existed. We really are. And just if you could just gather how big the universe is, we are really lucky to even exist.
You're right.
It is insane.
That's fair.
To
It's
think that a
insane.
sperm swam to an egg and created all of our minds is insane.
To even be cells or
To be a cell.
to be a cell in general, you are lucky.
That's true. That's really true. I take it you have very similar opinions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's insane. Like, the statistics on us being humans is insane.
Oh yeah.
Like, just look at the statistics of even coming across a alien civilization in general. Just,
I know.
it's insane.
Never knew you said.
the original question was the meaning of life, right?
Yeah.
SpongeBob.
Shit, I don't know, man. I'm not qualified to answer this question.
This is like
That's my
this is a
answer.
big philosophical
So my
question.
my answer is
I don't know if this is the setting I want to get into this game.
my answer might. If you think that like you aren't qualified to answer it or whatever, like my interpretation of it is always that like I think that life is whatever we make of it because it's
I like that.
it's kind of like I don't know, it's kind of like watching a movie and you see it and you see like a million different things that movie's message could be. Same with like video games or theater or any other art form, but it's oftentimes art is intentionally made to be like, yeah, here's a meaning, but there's so many different things that you could take from it. And I think that's really just how life works. I think we all have different meanings and different missions, and we set them up for ourselves. Like literally, to coin like the common joke phrase that Juan and Michael and I always joke about, it's like brave, like you change your own fate. That's like, we fully have that capability. We change what life is about. We dictate that. We govern that. So, like, I think that you're definitely qualified to answer this because we all said it in our own unique way.
Well, boy golly, do I disagree with you.
Boy golly!
No, it's just genuinely, it's such like a big question that I think it gets to the point that it's not even worth thinking about. I think it.
Like, do you think the human mind just even grasp that question at all?
Maybe maybe leaning towards yes. I think it could, but I think it would be detrimental for it to try to be real. I think it's something that's so genuinely intense. There is no point in focusing on it. It's only going to if you really, unless you just like automatically know what it's about. If you really try and focus on it, I mean, it's just not for the best. There's better thing to put mental strain towards than that.
I don't know. I think it's like some movies have like Harry Potter, like Star Wars. It's like you were literally born for this purpose. I feel like that's like life gives you meaning, and so when I think about it, it's always like, well, I didn't have that. I'm not Harry Potter. I'm not like that kind of person. I'm not Goku, so I wasn't born with a set purpose.
What if it just doesn't even have a meaning?
That's the
See,
thing.
that's
I don't
where, yeah.
necessarily think it does, but like it
That's why I
does
think
and
it's
it
not
doesn't at
thinking
the same
about.
time.
That is why I think it's
It doesn't have a meaning.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it doesn't have a meaning, but as a person, you can do what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You give your own individual life meaning, but that doesn't give all life one set meaning, and so you just get trapped in this really interesting loop. It's part of the circle of life.
I feel like it should just be like either improve yourself or improve humanity.
There you go. I feel that one.
That in itself, though, those two options is a whole fucking conversation within itself, though. Because like,
But there can be
like,
so many. There
genuinely
can be so
it is.
many things that go into either one of those two
Yeah.
options.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could be a school teacher and teach kids, and those kids will eventually become doctors or whatever the fuck.
Whatever the
Whatever the fuck. Excuse my language.
Juan as a teacher
Yeah.
stands at the top front of the class the first day.
I'm already
He's like,
getting.
Y'all can be
I'm
whatever
already
the
getting
fuck.
Caleb monetized.
Demonetized. I wish I could get
Demonetized.
monetized. YouTube monetize me. That doesn't have to put anything in the sponsorship jar because I didn't say sponsor.
You have to have 1,000 subscribers to get monetized.
Yep. Already,
Is that the
I've
line?
had the watch time for so fucking long. So you guys are watching my videos, but you won't fucking subscribe, you assholes.
You have the watch time now? That's fucking
I've had
sick,
the
dude.
watch time. I have over 11,000 hours of watch
Oh, that's
time.
amazing.
Total.
That really is.
Last
Nice.
month I clocked well over the required. I think it's 4,000 because I was at like 5,000.
But like, who approves that at the end of the day, Mr. Al?
Mr.
Yes,
YouTube
that's it.
lady.
After
That's
this
why
interview
it's
tomorrow,
so.
it'll
That's
be
why
out.
it's so sad because it's like.
Thank you, Mr.
did
YouTube
so
lady,
well.
for giving my buddy money.
Alright, and then we got one more. Talk about a conspiracy theory you strongly believe in and give your reasoning.
All right,
This
pizza.
is mine.
Okay,
Yeah,
hold,
Juan,
hold
so
the fuck on.
the
hold on.
reason Juan is here tonight is because Juan and I hung out before we were recording, and I was texting my brother about this, and I said, oh, hey, Juan, do you want to do this? And he said, oh, yeah, I just submitted something anonymously for that. So this is Juan's.
Hell yeah.
Y'all, this is a huge question I'm about to ask.
You're walking away from the mic as you're
Yeah.
saying it.
Because I have to go into this bathroom we're next to, but I really want to fucking hear what you're about to say.
Okay.
You should
Just
should
wait.
make up a story. To
What
tell
I
in
have to
45
say?
seconds.
Just wait.
Boy, I'm about to make my pants this bathroom. You know, fuck it, fuck me, dude. Just tell it, man. I'll leave the door open, and I'll. think what you did.
Don't be
Think what you talked
teased.
about.
I think you're going to be too far away for this one. Because it's got that, like, L curve to the bathroom.
Well, I'll tell you what. We're gonna find out.
you what. Okay, Dad. That's my conspiracy theories that we're all...
Okay, Dad.
We're all... things
We're all
in the mind of Hank Hill.
We're all Bobby Hill.
We're gonna die, and the last thing we hear is gonna be, whoa!
That's okay.
That's fine. That's okay, Dad.
So did you build that computer?
I did. That's my
Jeez.
conspiracy theory. Juan, what is a conspiracy theory you follow?
I follow like a lot.
Yeah. Like, do you follow conspiracy theory that
I don't
that
stick
you're-
to one per se. I just aliens are real.
Yeah, that's fair. I believe that one.
Roswell was a good cover.
Roswell is an inside joke.
How was Roswell covered up?
Do you mean it was covered up, or
It was covered up.
Oh, okay.
Because Jimmy
They-
Carter ran on his campaign that said he would out all the secrets about the government, but when he got the
It never happened because
Didn't Trump also do that?
Yes.
probably
Yeah.
they all say
Drain the swamp.
they'll out all this sacred information, but they never do because they're too scared.
all right. So aliens are real.
Aliens are real.
Just recently, the Pentagon came out with UFO videos saying these are not Earth-made objects.
Yeah, no, they did. They released the Area 51 files. Or whatever they fucking call them.
Whatever they're fucking
The
called.
Area they declassified all of their stuff about, like, Roswell.
They
and Area
declassified a
51.
couple videos.
They
did.
declassified a bunch of
I
it.
was about to say, I heard about like some videos and shit, but this information reveal that you're talking about.
I thought that they declassified everything about it.
No,
they have. I'm gonna need.
I called it.
declassified
I
it.
called clarification. I called it the Area 51 files just because it's like alien shit files. That's
Yeah.
It talks about whether or not they like anal or not.
They
To bring it back
Full
to the
circle.
first.
they
fucking question.
declassified a little bit. Like they have just classified a couple videos of objects flying in the air that like, we as humans don't know what the fuck they are.
Yeah.
And they clearly stated, we don't know what the fuck these are. They are not of this planet.
Yeah. I think I ascribe to the belief, to the conspiracy theory that something is going on with Long John Silver's. Because Long John Silver's...
Excuse me?
Long John Silver's, the seafood place.
Mm-hmm.
Because so few people eat there. But they...
Oh, this is the Radio Shack theory too, isn't it?
Well, Radio Shack, they went out of business. So that makes sense. It's similar to the Mattress
After
King
a
one.
while.
It's similar to the Mattress King one. The Mattress King one is the same, but like people at least need mattresses. Nobody fucking needs Long John Silver. So why are there so many? Why have so many Long John Silver? Because he's doing some shit. Long John Silver's up to some shit.
Money laundering has to be.
Something.
Totally.
What do you think? Do you ascribe to any?
I've never eaten at those places, but like, how are they also available?
Yeah, that's my logic. That's my thinking. I believe on what is? Didn't you have one, Devin? Didn't you have a big one earlier?
I mean, no, not really. I have a few, but like simulation theory is what came up. But I wouldn't classify that as a conspiracy theory. It's not something I think.
I don't
is
follow
true
that.
Yeah, no, I don't
followed-
believe that. I'm like, okay, I can see where they're coming from. I'm extremely intrigued.
Well,
with
here's
it.
the thing. I believe it's a possibility.
No, I think it's a possibility.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah, but I don't think it's like fact.
I think it's.
I've heard
for sure.
of it. I just don't know what it is.
It's like the idea that what we are experiencing right now is a simulation, like a literal technological simulation from some higher power.
Okay. So
Like where I
do you
first
think
saw
this would tie into the whole multiple universes thing?
not necessarily. But I mean, I'm sure that you could put on some.
Someone could tie it in.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably.
Whoever's fucking developing this is going fucking overboard with microtransactions at this point. Fuck's sake.
Fucking dude from Tesla.
Did y'all
What's his
see that
name?
kid from Florida
Michael-
that hacked all
not
the
Mike.
verified Twitter accounts?
Elon Musk. Do what?
No,
The
I
kid,
know.
a kid from Florida who was like 18 years old hacked all verified Twitter accounts.
All of them?
All of them.
Wow.
Fuck.
That's very impressive.
That's wild. You know what else happened recently?
Tell me.
Reddit got hacked within the last few days.
No way.
And it was a small amount of accounts, but they were all like admins of different subreddits, just random shit. And the purpose of the hack was to turn these random subreddits that are like completely mundane things into Trump subreddits.
Into what subreddit?
Trump. and they
It's the
pulled it
Russians.
off. They actually hacked them and actually used their accounts to change these accounts into shit.
That's the
because the only
scariest
reason
thing
I
I've ever
learned about it was because someone went on like the whole out of the loop subreddit, I think is what it was.
Yeah.
And they were just like, why are so many random subreddits suddenly turning into like Trump related things? And it turns out that was why.
Wow.
It was a concentrated, small scale, but also kind of not hack. Yep.
God damn it.
Great.
The Russians, man, they're scary.
Russians are scary.
Hey, everyone's scared.
Hey, clarification. The Russian people aren't scary. I love the Russian people. They have great culture. I fucking hate the government.
Blyat!
Capitalism.
Unregulated capitalism.
There we go.
Yeah.
Wait, so we don't support billionaires?
Fuck that.
If you can become a billionaire by paying all your taxes and by treating all of your workers like humans, Godspeed, more power to you, but you fucking can't.
Yeah,
That's
also,
the
even if you do, you definitely still owe it to the society that you used to get that money to give it back. No one should have $1 billion, you don't need it.
My logic is if you're paying taxes, you're probably a good enough person to want to give back to it a little bit anyway. Timer's going off.
That's fair logic, but you
It's
know.
been an hour. Alright.
Yeah, we did it.
Last minute thing. Make up a conspiracy theory. Go, Nevin, make one up. Go.
Toothpaste is pushed as a healthy alternative, but the reason that it's so sweet and flavorful is because they're actually built to give you cavities.
Okay. Going off the same boat. Shampoo makes your hair more greasy.
I agree with that as well.
You
That's
don't.
believable, actually.
I think we should sum this up as most health products.
Most
just
health products
exacerbate
fuck you up.
problems.
You don't
Yeah.
need a deodorant.
Like,
I'll say it. At
no,
the end of the day, you don't.
don't.
need
A lot of
my
people
own
definitely don't.
conspiracy theory.
Yeah, make one up. Yeah. Go, you got this. Don't think about it. Just go. Just the first
Elon
thing.
Musk is a fucking alien.
I believe it.
Oh, that's not a
Did you see what he named his fucking kid? He named his kid
I don't
like...
even know how to pronounce that
He
shit.
named his kid like the noise a fax machine makes. Like, he's an alien.
He's just dial-up sounds.
I love my fucking kid.
Hello, Father. It is me, your son, Junior Musk.
My conspiracy theory is that we are already underground mole people, and the reason we can't go to outer space is because we'd go up to the surface and we'd break through and see the real surface people.
Wait,
and
hold
they'd
on.
be too beautiful for us to handle.
Oh my god, do you think
I
we're
feel
like
like you just
hamsters in a
touched on
hamster
something
wheel?
you believe that is actually conspiracy. What do you
No,
mean
I-
we can't go to outer space?
We can't go all the way up because if we tried to, we'll hit in the bottom of the ground.
You know, I heard this question asked once on Dan Harmon's podcast. Why doesn't anyone ever go down? We always just go up, or
'cause-
we go out, but we never go down.
because there's a molten Earth core.
Because we
and then
go
we
down.
did go
people?
down.
I go down.
Russia tried that. Russia tried.
At all times.
Russia literally had a point where they got a big fucking drill and dug straight down as far as they
that
could,
was the
and it got to the
thing,
point
is
where it's so hot that it's like melting their equipment or whatever.
And they recorded hell, apparently.
Alright, so, I've heard of that. So, thank you all for tuning in. If you made it this far, you're a fucking trooper, and I love you. Don't
Sorry.
forget
Has it really only been an hour?
yeah.
Jesus.
Don't
I
forget
feel like
to
I've been
like,
doing this for 10 years.
Yeah.
don't forget to like and comment and all
that.
that good shit. Share it with everyone you know. Hi, Mr. Cooper. Do you guys have anything to say before we go?
I still look
I'm
at my
so
trumpet.
sorry that one of our past band directors has to hear this.
Hit us up at a restaurant that we work out.
Hey, yeah,
We'll
shout
send-
out Vina.
Vina, English Village in Alabama.
Now I have to put that in the sponsor jar.
Shout outs.
Oh, yep, that's definitely a
That's a
sponsor.
sponsor.
We're cool as shit. We'll give you the best drinks in town.
That's true. That is our tagline.
Best Corona in town.
Best,
Juan,
no.
shut up. We weren't.
That's
mad.
not the time to
Don't
say
tell-
this.
That was.
You can't say best Corona in town right
he's
now.
Right. He's right.
Alright,
We
thank
wear
you all for
masks
tuning
and
in.
gloves.
Without further ado, Luiginator out. See you later, friends.
All right. Talk
Bye,
to you
everyone.
later. Peace.